Hey guys, what's going on? Before we get to the video, I just wanted to thank you all for your support over the years. Reanna and I have recently started a Patreon. It's a great way for you to help support what we do for the window cleaning community. We're offering a lot of cool perks and kind of pre-release content. There will also be monthly uploads over on our Patreon account that won't be listed on our YouTube channel as well. Just kind of a thanks for you guys joining and helping us out. Anyways, let's get right to the video, and we hope to see you over on Patreon. Thanks.
What's up, YouTube? Luke the window cleaner and my wife, Reanna.
Hi.
Welcome to our YouTube channel. If you're new to our channel, please be sure to hit the subscribe button, like this video, and share it for no reason because you don't really know us yet, but you will love it. Hopefully you find something here that helps you.
So today we're going to be talking about 6 myths that people believe before starting a window cleaning company.
If you're new to window cleaning or you're thinking about starting a window cleaning company, you've probably seen some of these kind of like maybe gimmicky, like get rich quick websites and videos about window cleaning.
And not even that, you could watch our videos and be like, oh, that looks really easy. I could do that, you know, because we don't go into depth, you know, about every little thing. So
let's get right to it. What is number 1?
Number 1 is low startup. It's out there. You go to Home Depot, you can spend $100 and you can have a window cleaning company, and that is very true, but it's also very false.
Yeah. In the grand scheme of things, I think window cleaning is probably a lower upstart than, say, a restaurant. Obviously.
Or lawn care.
Yeah. Obviously, you're going to spend a little bit less money to get into it.
So you go and you get your tools. Sure, you spend $100 at Home Depot. You have that. Then you have to get business cards. That's one. You have to start thinking about insurance. Really, before you start working with any corporate account, you're going to need some type of insurance. Or residential homes, you'll need some type of insurance there too, and you will need that. So that's another cost that people don't talk about.
You're going to need to think about getting a CRM. How are you going to accept credit cards? Company vehicle, do you have one? If you've watched some of our videos and you see the water fed pole, the water fed system, they're not the cheapest thing to get it. It's not the cheapest to get into. Company shirts, the list goes on and on and on. And not all of these things are mandatory. In fact, we recommend most new guys not jump straight into water fed. When I started my business, I started out of a beat up old Dodge Magnum with my Gorilla ladders. So not all of these things are absolutely necessary, but we're trying to set you up for success.
And something that is very important to have to be a legitimate business is, you know, a DBA, insurance. You just want to be able to be covered and be safe.
You're really going to have to think about taxes as well. I would suggest, and I think this is rule of thumb for most businesses, new startups, that you're not going to turn a profit for the next 5 years. So you really have to think about that starting out, and if you want to start out the right way. So saving your money, charging the right prices, and having everything that your business needs kind of setting you up for success if you want to start turning a profit. Number 2 on our myths about window cleaning is that the business can be started anywhere and anybody can do it. It's just not so. I'm sorry, but starting this company in small, rural, unpopulated areas, it's going to be extremely difficult, guys.
Yeah, I think I've said it before, my hometown is about 45 minutes away from the city. There's not a whole lot going on there. If I had started a window cleaning company in that town, there would be a cap of what I could make, and there's only so far you can go. And then you have to think like, okay, is driving 45 minutes to the city worth it every day, plus having to drive, you know, even further than that to get around the city? So you have to think of population, you have to think of you know, the income in your area. If it's not very high, then it's not going to do well, because people don't have the extra money, because this service is a luxury service. It's not a necessary service.
And that's not to say that it's impossible. You can. And honestly, if you're looking for, some of you guys might just be looking for some extra, like if you're retired and you're just looking for an extra couple $100 or $1,000 a month, or this is just like a beer money thing, you'll be fine. But if you're wanting to really grow and being that top, 20 guys that make these big businesses, the odds are against you.
So the next myth, and this isn't so much on window cleaner side, it's from everyone else's perception of the business, is that this is unskilled labor. And I would disagree with that pretty strongly. I think if anything, you have to be skilled in a lot of different types of labor, because not only are you cleaning windows, you are changing light bulbs, you're on someone's roof doing gutters. I mean, you have to be skilled in a lot. You have to wear a lot of different hats in this business, from owner, from bookkeeping to marketer to, the actual window cleaning itself. There's a bunch of different hats you have to wear all day long. And I would 100% disagree that this is unskilled labor.
This job, especially if you're new, getting into it, there's a whole lot going on top of trying to learn how to clean windows. I think down the road, you'll see that the cleaning windows part, I always say this a lot, is one of the easiest things to do, but that still takes a tremendous amount of skill and practice if you want to be proficient at this job.
When you see us cleaning windows, this isn't the way to clean windows for everyone. You see Luke and I, we use a two-handed technique, we use pivoting pull tools. That's not going to be the best way to do things for you necessarily. Find someone who you kind of relate with, whether it be their speed wise or technique wise on YouTube. There's so many guys out there on YouTube now. You can find someone and look at them, see how they clean windows, and I would model myself after them. But that is a skill. Not everyone can do this. And just because not everyone can do it our way doesn't mean it's wrong. There's a bunch of different ways to do it. You just have to perfect it.
The next myth is...
Is this gray? That looks gray!
That's my fault.
Oh God.
The next myth on our list is having this extremely flexible schedule. I see this on a lot of websites talking about, start up a window cleaning company. I see it on some YouTube videos. You may have a little bit of a more flexible schedule. It really depends on what you want to do. If you're a residential guy or a commercial guy, residential guys usually take from like December till end of February, March off. But those guys are usually pretty busy behind the scenes getting ready, usually starting in like January, February for the next year. And then come spring and summertime, it is just full speed ahead. It should be. And if you're a commercial or storefront window cleaner, you're most likely working year round. And most window cleaners have like an insane schedule of getting up really early to get to a lot of accounts before they open. And if you're like us, you're pretty much just working from like 4 to 6. So you do kind of get a flexible schedule, but being a business owner, you'll see in the beginning, you're probably like, this is real flexible. But once your business starts growing and growing and growing and growing, you're going to be back to that same, it's not even a 9 to 5. You're going to be back, you should be back to like, hopefully like a 6 to 5. I mean, because it's going to require a lot of your time and attention, even if you're not physically cleaning the windows, but answering phones and managing people, hopefully. So the flexible schedule thing, I think, is I don't know, it's a little skewed.
So another myth is the whole, well, I'm my own boss now thing. And yes, you are your own boss. You have to pay your own taxes. You're in charge of employees. You're in, whatever. But at the same time, you have 100 little bosses, depending on how many customers you have. So each storefront we go to, they think, hey, we're the boss of these people. When you go to a house, that customer, they're the boss of you. And a lot of them think not only are they the boss of you, but they're the only ones that matter. They're the only ones that exist. So dealing with that it can be really tough, because you have to stay strong in, you know, your pricing and all this other stuff, but then you have a bunch of people who look at your job as, one, unskilled, and two, they're the only customer you have. So it can be really difficult to find the balance there. But I mean, you are technically your own boss, but you have a lot of little half bosses running around telling you what to do all the time.
And the last thing on our myth list.
We're Mythbusters.
Hey guys, sorry about the sniffles. I'm kind of under the weather, so I know I'm like...
You can apologize for those gloves.
What do you think about these awesome highlighter gloves? I'm a magician now.
No, you're not. It's because you do this. Doesn't make you a magician.
Are your lips chapped?
We saw you pick it up. You have to like hide it somewhere and it be there for a long time and then pull it out. That's what she said.
So for the last myth on our list is that you have to be a commercial guy or a residential guy. Because we hear that a lot starting out, like, should I be in residential? Should I be in commercial? And I think those are good questions to ask, but you don't have to be in one or the other. I think most successful companies do a little bit of everything, and it's really up to you. I always suggest for brand new guys, get into storefronts. It's a great way to learn. There's not nearly as much liability, pressure, and honestly, what am I trying to say? The bar is set, I think, a little bit lower. If the windows are being cleaned weekly, bi-weekly, they just want to see that you're there and you get most of the grime off. They're not going to be going through the windows with a magnifying glass like some homeowners. And I get that because typically residential pricing is a little bit higher than storefront pricing. So
in the States.
In the States, yeah. So they're going to care a little bit more. That's not to say you can go to storefronts and just do a crap job and get away with it. I'm just saying I think the standards are just a little bit lower than what they are at residential. So choose for yourself whatever's going to be best. In commercial and storefront work, there is residual income there, but the price per pane is typically a little bit lower. You're going to have to work in all of the elements, the cold, the hot, everything year round if you want to maintain those accounts. But in residential, you get to take a little bit more time off, but you have a higher average ticket price, which is great, but you're going to have to invest a lot more in probably equipment, insurance, training your people. So there's give and takes on each one. We incorporate a little bit of everything, and I think that'd be a good way to go. Well guys, thanks for watching. If you have any more questions about professional window cleaning, please comment below. You can find us on Facebook, you can find us on Instagram, and if you would like to connect with us or other window cleaners from around the world, feel free to sign up on our forum at lukethewindowcleaner.com/community. Anyways, we gotta get back to work, so be sure to tune back in next Wednesday for another Window Cleaning Wednesday, and hopefully my sniffles are gone. I'm back to normal.